Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister calls for a subvention for cash-strapped Liat. And in sport, West Indies to give their all in today's charity T20 International against the ICC World 11. I'm Ricardo Roberts and this is Caribbean in 10 for Thursday, May 31st. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Coming up on 21st Century. Today, we shed light on the service and sacrifice of heroic individuals who deploy from key troop-contributing countries to UN peacekeeping operations. Their dedication is representative of tens of thousands of blue helmets now serving around the world.
I know that you did some work on the Haiti earthquake, devastating earthquake. What are some of the things you've been doing?
Well, first of all, back in the 1990s, I did a project on Haiti, which was I designed a T-shirt and also some posters coming out of that situation in Haiti.
Antigua and Barbuda has urged regional governments to provide a subvention to the cash-strapped regional airline Liat to ensure its future viability. Prime Minister Gaston Browne made the call as he addressed a seminar on air transport competitiveness and connectivity at the Caribbean Development Bank's 48th Annual Board of Governors General meeting underway in Grenada. He told delegates that, in essence, Liat needs fresh cash, and he said the time had come for the Antigua-based carrier to receive a subvention from governments of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States and Barbados. Browne says governments must see subsidizing Liat as an investment in the region to ensure the integration process works. The Antiguan leader pointed out that in other regions of the world, some airlines are profitable because of subventions from the state. Liat's main shareholders are the governments of Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Other regional governments have been reluctant to provide funds to the airline that operates a schedule serving 17 destinations in the Caribbean. Meantime, CDB President Dr. Warren Smith says fiscal responsibility rules and frameworks are long overdue given the region's less than stellar performance history. Speaking to journalist Roald Titus on the sidelines of the meeting, he said records show that countries that have pursued good fiscal policies over many years have done better than countries that have been more extravagant in their spending.
The issue has been, how do you make government accountable? How do you hold the Minister of Finance responsible for maintaining good fiscal discipline? What these fiscal rules, and they come in many shapes and forms, the one that Grenada has introduced, does create the framework, in our view, for Grenada being able to sustain a strong fiscal position going forward.
Value-added tax, the VAT, will soon be increased significantly in the Bahamas. It will move from 7.5% to 12% as of July 1. That was revealed in the government's 2018-2019 budget communication that was presented to Parliament by Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance Peter Turnquest yesterday. Now, government projects the VAT increase will help it rake in $1.2 billion in revenue in the next fiscal year, a 60% increase over the forecasted VAT revenue for 2017-2018. Turnquest said that this was indicative of government choosing not to wait until it is too late to shore up the economy, but to act now and do so responsibly.
The government is proposing an increase in the rate of value-added tax from the current 7.5% to 12%, effective July 1. Our government fully appreciates the sacrifice the substantial increases in the VAT rate and other taxes will represent to our citizens. But as I have repeatedly said on record, this government was elected to do what is right for the welfare of the country and not to do what is politically expedient or politically popular.
Governor John Rankin has appointed an English police officer to be the new Commissioner of Police following the retirement of Bermudian Michael De Silva. Rankin named De Silva's successor as Chief Superintendent Stephen Korbelishi, who currently works for Kent Police in southeast England. He will serve a 5-year term. There had been 6 candidates being considered for the job, 3 of whom were Bermudan. A Government House spokesman said one of the new top cops' priorities will be to establish a program for developing talented Bermudan police officers with leadership potential to prepare them for senior command positions within the next 5 years. The Bermuda Police Service has around 450 officers, many of them from across the Caribbean. Stay with us, your Midday Sport is next. West Indies intend to play today's high-profile T20 International against the ICC World 11 at full throttle, although the match will serve as a fundraiser to help the hurricane relief in the Caribbean. The match, which brings together several global cricket stars, bowls off at Lord's at 6 p.m. That's 1 p.m. Eastern Caribbean time, 12 p.m. in Jamaica, and will be broadcast live on Sky Sports. Now, funds from the game will go towards the refurbishment of 5 stadia that were damaged by the passage of Hurricane Irma and Maria last September, including test venues Windsor Park and the Vivian Richards Cricket Stadium. And though the contest is for charity, West Indies captain Carlos Brathwaite told reporters the Caribbean side would be taking the game as seriously as they would any other international. The 11 will be led by flamboyant Pakistani all-rounder Shahid Afridi after England white ball skipper Owen Morgan was forced to pull out on Monday with a fractured finger. Prolific Pakistani batsman Shoaib Malik will also feature along with 17-year-old Nepalese spin sensation Sandeep Lamichhani. Now, Carlos Brathwaite will lead several of the Windies' leading stars, including opener Chris Gayle, along with exciting all-rounder Andre Russell and big-hitting opener Evan Lewis. Leg spinner Samuel Badri and resurgent wicketkeeper batsman Dinesh Ramdin are also in the squad. And Sri Lanka captain Dinesh Chandimal warmed up nicely for next week's start of the 3-test series against West Indies with 100 on the opening day of his side's 3-day match against cricket. West Indies President's 11, the right-hander, stroked 108 as the visitors opting to bat first at the Brian Lara Stadium ended the match at 240 today. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.